Welcome everyone to the Thunder Buddies podcast, your source for all things Thunder basketball, courtesy of the Oklahoman. My name is Justin Martinez, and today I'm joined once again by our columnist, Joe Mussatto. Joe, how you doing today, man?
I'm good, Justin. I'm good, man.
We got you out at the stadium yesterday for what was supposed to be an exciting game and didn't really turn out to be that. OKC earned a 121 to 92 home win over the Los Angeles Lakers. Another dominant performance after they blew out the Golden State Warriors the night before, 126 to 102. Joe, we're gonna sound like broken records here, but this team just every time you feel like maybe here's a reason for them to take their foot off the gas. Second night of a back to back against a good team. They just keep finding ways to show just how seriously they take every single game, even this early in the season.
It's dumb. It really is. It makes my brain hurt. I don't even know how to describe this team. I don't know how to comprehend this team. Everything we know about the sport of basketball has changed. If you're on the second night of a back-to-back against tough competition and you're missing what was one of the 15 best players in the NBA last year, and you're missing Lou Dort and Aaron Wiggins, you probably shouldn't blow out a pretty good Lakers team, even one that's missing LeBron James. And this Thunder team, it's machine like. It doesn't matter who's out there. Basically, if you put Shea out there with four other guys and the depth that they have, they're going to be all right. AJ Mitchell continues to be a phenom, and the Thunder's defense continues to get even better. Shea's getting even better. None of it makes sense, Justin. Maybe they're gonna win 75 games. I don't know.
It's crazy. We were talking about it before the game that it's like I don't really like to throw the word around, but like this team really is special. Like this
Yeah.
is we're gonna look back, a decade, 2 decades from now, and look at this group, this era of Thunder basketball, and like it really is one of the most special groups that I've ever seen for sure. Certainly that I've ever covered or anything like that. And like you mentioned, the defense as well. They're missing J Dub obviously, but also, they're missing another great defender like Lou Dort, and then they still manage to hold Luka Doncic to 19 points. They hold Austin Reeves at 13 points. Combined for both of them, they only shot, if I can do some math on the fly here, 11 for 32 from the field and 1 for 12. They also did a good job of containing Steph Curry the night before. I mean, the defense, it just seems like, you asked Mark about it also, like this is one of those things where even if the guys aren't healthy, it's kind of that standard that they live up to regardless of who's available.
Yeah, and that's the part I'm trying to understand because like at some point personnel does have to matter, and a lot of this is the Thunder has star talent. They've got remarkable depth, but they're all like interchangeable in a way, and the play style is more or less the same. The results are certainly the same. It's a whole lot of blowouts in the Thunder's favor, and they've just really tapped into something, and I think it's mighty impressive coming off a title season to come out like this with the injuries that they've had, with this kind of crazy early schedule that they've had, and to only have one loss at this point. Um, yeah, I mean, again, like Shea's finding ways to get better. Like his playmaking looks improved. He was just toying with the Lakers at some point last night. The behind the back pass to Isaiah Joe in the corner for three. You had the Jalen Williams no look bounce pass behind his back to Cason Wallace for a dunk. They're just trying things and playing exquisite defense. I think the defense is now like 2 points per 100 possessions better than it was last year. And that's without like all defensive caliber players in there in Dub and Dort. Yeah, it is really a remarkable basketball team, is all I can say.
Yeah, who's maybe some guys like individually? I know there's a long list of guys big from, but from this 2 game stretch, who maybe has stood out to you?
I thought Kaysen was awesome last night. He only had 6 points, but kind of taking the being the primary point of attack defender on this team now with Lou Dort out, and you're going against guys like Curry and Luka Doncic. I thought especially against Luka, he was phenomenal. Really just kind of got into his airspace and forced a lot of tough shots. I even thought like when AJ Mitchell got switched on to Luka, he held his own. But really, Kaysen to me. But what about you? Who stood out to you over this stretch?
Yeah, I mean, Kaysen definitely would be at the top of the list. I mean, you look at the numbers here. He held Luka to 3 for 9 shooting from the field when he was a primary defender, over one from deep. Did it also without fouling too much. You know, that's a big thing with Luka. He's able to draw contact so well. That was something Mark talked about before the game. You know, making sure you're showing your hands when he tries to rip through. You know, even just kind of tucking your hands into your hip as well at times. I thought Kaysen did that really well. Also against Steph. The game before held Steph to 3 for 7 shooting from the field, 1 for 3 from deep, and two totally different matchups too. You know, Steph obviously you got to deal with those off-ball screens. He's kind of weaving around them, and you got to keep up with them. Luka,
Hmm.
someone who's so dangerous in isolation. So yeah, Kaysen would be at the top of the list. I think also Isaiah Joe has really impressed me at 21 points last night. 4 made 3 pointers on 10 tries. He's had at least 3 made 3 pointers in 7 of his 8 outings this season. I mean, we talked about obviously the struggles that OKC had from deep to start the season. You know, it hasn't been nearly as bad since he added Isaiah Joe after he missed, I believe, the first 4 or 5 games for them. 4 games, yeah. Just immediately impactful, you know, with his gravity, his ability to shoot, you know, on the move. So I think he's someone who's also continued to impress me for sure.
Yeah, I'll throw out one more guy, and that's Chet. Just because I was impressed that he played both games of the back-to-back. That's something I wasn't really expecting. Didn't have to play a heavy minutes load against the Lakers because of the circumstances. Played 20 minutes, but first play of the game, Luca finds DeAndre Ayton, who thinks he has a easy bucket, and Chet blocks it and really set the tone early. His offense continues to come around, so. I thought it was a good sign that, he's able to play in back-to-backs.
Yeah, you know, we talked about the depth of this team. This team is so deep that we're gonna do a fun little exercise here, which is gonna be the bulk of this episode. We are going to hold a draft just with the OKC Thunder players. Their 15-man roster plus their 3 2-way guys, obviously assuming health for everybody. And we're gonna see if even splitting this team into two different squads, you know, can we maybe get two playoff caliber teams or even playing caliber teams? Just how deep is this group? We're going to put that to the test here. Should be a lot of fun. We're going to do a snake draft to keep it fair here. And again, assuming health for everybody. How's that sound to you?
This is something the NBA might have to consider at some point, breaking up this Thunder team into two. Um, I think we could both put together by cutting this Thunder team in half. I think we could both have like maybe bottom tier, like East playoff teams, and maybe better than that.
Yeah, yeah, I think so too. So we're gonna go ahead and try that out. We are gonna have I have a wheel right here for our audio only listeners. I'll
Woo!
try to narrate this as best as I can, but for the people at home who can't see, we've got Justin and Joe
Ah.
here on a little wheel, and we're just gonna see who gets the first overall pick. Obviously, again, snake draft, so whoever doesn't get first will get two, three, so on and so forth.
Mm-hmm.
And let's go ahead and spin this thing
Come on, come on, come on.
and see who gets the top pick. And it's gonna
Yeah, it's
be
rigged.
yeah. This is our third attempt recording today. That's what it is.
Yeah.
But okay, so first overall pick. Um, I mean, we kind of know how these first three picks are gonna go.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna waste any time. I will go ahead and select Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, the reigning regular season finals MVP. Has looked as good as ever, if not better, as we talked about. Defensively has improved as well this season. That's an easy, quick little pick here to get this one started. I'm going to add it to this little list that I have so we can keep track. But Shea Gilgeous-Alexander first off the board. And Joe, that leaves you with picks 2 and 3, which I wonder what you're going to do here.
I've got my little draft sheet here.
Okay, there you go.
Um, so we had to do a snake because whoever gets the first pick, it's unfair to put Shea with a second member of the big three. So
For sure.
um, I'm taking the other two members of the big three, going, I'll officially say Chet Holmgren is my second pick, and Jalen Williams is the number three overall pick.
Okay. Got you. That's I mean that's obviously a very good deal. The versatility as well. You know, again, assuming health here, Dub obviously has not made his debut yet this season, but Obviously fresh off an All NBA season. You talked about, Chet being due for a breakout season this year. It looks like he's had some good stretches as well. So good start for you. I now got pick number 4 and 5. This is where it kind of, you can kind of go in different directions depending on how you want to build your team here. I feel like one pick I have to make is I have to get Isaiah Hardenstein. If you're going to have
Yeah.
Chet, I can't not have one of the 7 footers. So I'm going to add Isaiah Hardenstein to the list here. Playing some really good basketball. Honestly, best basketball of his career. It just feels like he's gotten even more comfortable in this system, playing alongside Chet, even though he won't have to in this hypothetical situation. But just think he's been so effective in the middle of the floor too. He gets that ball around there, and he's just able to either pass it out. He can pass it down low to Chet. He's got the push shot as well. Just playing some good basketball, so that's an easy pick there that I kind of have to make. And now it's kind of a little bit of a toss up. Thinking like there's obviously the Lou Dorts of the world. There's the Cason Wallaces. I'm gonna go with the wing who's able to defend a little bit bigger. So I'm gonna go with Lou Dort. Just a little bit more comfortable with him, maybe defending the 4 as opposed to a guy like Cason. So that's going to be my pick for number 5. I'm going to go with Lou Dort.
I like it. Now, because I took Chet, maybe you could have waited a little on Hartenstein, or maybe I would have gone double big and just smashed you inside. I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
I think it's a good pick, though. Hartenstein probably deserves to go there. And then I've got Dort in a tier with some other guys that I guess I'm not mentioning, even though it's not a secret because we all know who's on the team. So I feel like Brian Windhorst at this point. Um, a snake with 2 people. Do we just all get back-to-back picks
Pretty much.
now?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, shout out to the Hoop Collective. Okay, so with my next pick, I get 2 in a row, just to
You get
confirm.
2 in a row. Yep. To add to
Okay,
Chet Holmgren and Jalen Williams, J Dub.
I'm gonna go Alex Caruso
Okay.
and AJ Mitchell.
AJ Mitchell. Who would have thought at the beginning of the season AJ Mitchell would be going 7th overall in this hypothetical trade or draft that we have here? But I mean
It's
I like
crazy
it.
because I mean I'm going AJ. I have another ball handler next to Dub. It's really what all Thunder fans want to see at this point. And then you took Dort.
Yeah.
So I have like Dort, Caruso, Kaysen, all sort of in that um, similar tier there. So um yeah, I guess I don't know. You could make the case for any of those guys.
Yeah, I think also, with like as capable of like let's say a Case and Wallace to be playmaking, I think I'd be a little bit more comfortable with AJ running the offense there for you. So I think that's a good pick. But yeah, I mean he's just shown an ability to play with that second unit. He can play alongside the stars as well as we've seen with injuries he's made. I think what is the last 4 starts this season. So yeah, definitely off to a great start this season. Not mad at that pick at all. Speaking of Kaysen, I'm gonna go with him at pick number 8. Uh, a bit crazy that he falls to 8, but that's just the way it plays out. He's obviously having an incredible defensive season, as we talked about. Shooting the 3 ball well, also. After that, he took a little bit of a step back last season, so that's been good to see. Kaysen Wallace, we're gonna go with him there. So now I've got Shea, Kaysen, Lou, and Hardenstein. I'm missing like a 4 right now, maybe a 3. Let me go ahead and look around here as I kind of
I
filibuster.
feel like we're missing fours all over the place, but
Yeah,
that's
that's
kind of
why
how
like
this roster is created.
that's why I felt like I had to go with Lou maybe a little bit earlier than I wanted to, just because he's capable of defending up there. Caruso is a good shout because he can definitely defend up. Um,
Yeah, same with Dub.
yeah, yeah, that's true. I mean, there's a lot of versatility on this team. I'm gonna go with Aaron Wiggins, another guy who is able to give us some shot creation. He can knock down kickouts, but also if we need to, it's not ideal, but he could defend up as well if necessary. So I'm going to go ahead and add him. So that is Kaysen Wallace and Aaron Wiggins off the board here. And that's
Okay,
pretty
so
much my
you've
starting lineup.
Yeah, you've got your five, right? Wait, we both have our five. Or no, I don't.
You've got four. So
I've got four.
my five is Shea. It's gonna be Kaysen, Wiggins, Dort, and Hardenstein. A little bit undersized, but it is what it is. Still, we talked about splitting this team and see how good they are. That's a capable team right there for sure. So you
I
got
mean,
two picks now.
that's not a bad starting five.
Yeah, yeah, it's crazy. That's a playoff team in the East, at least
Yeah,
starting five.
it's for sure a playoff team in the East.
Yeah, yeah, without a doubt. But
And I think mine is going to be as well.
yeah, two
Um,
picks to add.
I'm gonna take Isaiah Joe,
Yep,
the premier shooter on this team. So now my starting five: AJ Mitchell, Isaiah Joe, Alex Caruso, J Dub, and Chet,
nice.
which I think they're also playoff bound.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see here.
Now we got the bench to add to.
Yeah, who's gonna be my sixth man? Um, just because I think we're both gonna be a little light on size, I'm gonna take Jay Will,
It's a good pickup. Not mad at it at all.
who on a normal team would be a capable backup center.
Yeah, for sure. He's also, slimmed down a bit. We saw him defend like Zion Williamson, for example. So capable of defending at that four spot as well. Some versatility there, which I feel like that's going to be the buzzword here. We're going to repeat that a lot, but a lot of versatility on this team, which makes it easy to do a draft like this. So not mad at that at all as I add that to your list here. So
That's 11 guys, right, that we've made it through now. One.
we are, yep, 11 through. So
I mean,
now I got
that's
what?
a pretty solid 11 deep.
Yeah, without a doubt. Next up, I've got two picks here. So I've got my starting five set. I do need some size. There's not a ton of that. It's I'm gonna go with K Rich, someone who
Mm,
can defend up. I guess at this point I'm kind of leaning into just the guys who are a little bit shorter being able to defend some bigs, but K Rich is definitely capable of it.
he
Again,
was next
assuming
on my board.
Yeah, again, assuming health here, obviously has not made his debut yet this season as he had an arthroscopic procedure on his knee. But yet we're going to add him there. Now I'm in a bit of an interesting spot. I would like some playmaking off the bench, and I'm trying to decide where to go with that. I'm going to go ahead and get Nikola Topic, who obviously we have not
Hmm.
seen make his NBA debut yet. Obviously, wishing the best for him. Um, but yeah, I mean, we know what he can do in terms of playmaking. Like that's one thing. I don't think there's really a question about that. If that's all I needed him to do, come in, distribute, lead that second unit. I feel pretty good about that. And there's not really any other guards to go with either. So
No,
I'm happy with that pick. Nikola Topic is off the board, and you got another two picks here, Joe.
it's a fantastic pick. K Rich and Topic. K Rich and Topic. How about
There you
that?
go.
They were next on my list. And now we get down to to the nitty gritty.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take our guy Oos.
Okay. I wasn't sure where he'd go.
Oos had a couple of nice moments against the Lakers. He's gonna get more room to spread his wings on my team than he is on this Thunder team. So maybe there's something else there. There's also positional versatility with him.
Yeah.
Um, I'm comfortable with him, playing 3-4 basically. Um, and then it gets interesting.
Kind of get into that
Um,
range of the two ways now.
I'm gonna take Brooks Barnhizer.
Okay.
Take an old Brooksy.
There you go.
Um, I guess I'm searching for reasons now. Just energy, defense. He'll get
Yeah.
out and run. He can't do anything offensively right now, but that's okay. Um, it's slim pickings, and at this point, I'm happy with Brooks.
Yeah. I'm definitely, I think that's a good pick. Was talking to him after the Warriors game. in the locker room. And I don't know how we got on the subject, but people in the locker room were talking about how good this team could be if it decided to play football. And they were trying to
Mm,
figure out who would play what position. And Brooks just immediately volunteered for fullback, which
wow.
I think just like kind of
Volunteering for
shows.
for a position that doesn't even exist these days.
Yeah, yeah. But like, I mean, that's his sort of approach. He's going to be that physical, gritty guy.
Yeah. Also
So
shows that he's got a screw or two loose, just
yeah, yeah.
embracing the contact.
Yeah, I could see if he's playing two ways, I could see like a linebacker role for him. He screams linebacker to me
Yeah.
as well. But yeah, if you just need one of those kind of gritty guys, not mad at that this late in the draft, especially.
Good to
Uh,
pair with Oos. One's not so gritty, one's gritty.
yeah, there you go. And we saw them play alongside each other in summer league,
That's
even
right.
preseason as well. A lot of that. So next up, I've got actually my last two picks here. I need some shooting off the bench. We got Topic leading the way to facilitate, but I need some kickout options. I'm gonna go with Chris Youngblood. Um, look great in summer league. Was able to shoot the ball well in preseason play as well, and yeah, we'll just have him catch and shoot. That's all we need, and maybe even play a little bit of defense as well. So we're gonna go with him, and then with my last pick, let's see, it's down to Brandon Carlson and Thomas Sorber. What am I looking at here? I'm gonna go with again adding some more shooting. I'm gonna go with
Mm.
Brandon Carlson, able to space the floor. Um, so can pretty much go five out with my bench, or I guess it's not five. We only have nine people, but yeah, adding some size, some 3-point shooting. That's gonna be my last pick, Brandon Carlson.
All right, welcome aboard, Thomas Sorber.
There you
Um,
go.
who knows? Who knows how good this guy could be or not be? We won't find out, unfortunately, until next year. But guy who's a 15th pick who, you know, could have found himself in the rotation at times. So add uh some more size to this squad. But I don't know, Justin. My takeaway from this exercise is that this is not a crazy exercise to do. That's my takeaway.
Yeah, definitely. And Sorber, I think, obviously there's the comparisons to Isaiah Hardenstein and the play style. So if I got Hart, you get Sorber. See if he can provide a little bit of that for you. Um, good playmaker at his size, rebounding,
Yeah.
rim protection.
You got Carlson, I got Jay Will, similar stretch bigs there.
Yep. This is so let's go ahead and give the rundown. So my starting five is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. We've got Cason Wallace, Aaron Wiggins, Lou Dort, and Isaiah Hardenstein. Then off the bench, we're rolling with Nikola Topic as our point guard. We've got Chris Youngblood. And then in the front court, or our wing would be Kenrich Williams. And then at the five would be Brandon Carlson.
And I have AJ Mitchell, Alex Caruso, Jalen Williams, Chet Holmgren, and Isaiah Joe. I didn't read those in order of position because I'm trying to figure out what I wrote here, but I think that's right. Um, so backcourt, AJ Mitchell and Isaiah Joe. Caruso, put him wherever you want. J-Dub, put him wherever you want. Chet, we know where he's going. He's playing the five. He's protecting the rim. He's shooting threes. Off the bench, the first man off the bench is Jay Will. He's gonna spare Chet. Then we've got Oos and Brooks, um, who couldn't be more different in so many ways. And then we have Thomas Sorber.
There you go.
I
Uh,
feel good about this.
I
I'm
do
not gonna
too.
say I won the draft. I think we both did well.
Yeah, I agree. I'm looking around at the East right now because that's kind of the little game that we're playing here. If we feel like they can make the playoffs, Western Conference. I mean,
It
to
would
be
have a
honest,
shot. I think it'd
yeah.
have a shot.
Actually, we're kind of like assuming the East, but if you look at the playing teams in the East, Milwaukee, Toronto, who's playing good basketball right now, Chicago, and Orlando. If you look at the playing in the West, Phoenix, Portland, Golden State, and Utah is in there. So maybe it's the West
Yeah.
we should be targeting here. That might be the easier path.
Where these teams would fall is depth, but
Yeah.
like because like I don't know. I mean, our seventh and eighth men just aren't very good. But as far as a starting five,
Yeah.
like I'd put both of these starting fives. I don't know, kind of like mid tier in the. I mean, and yours is probably better just because Shea is that good. Like you pair Shea with Dort, Kaysen, Hartenstein. I mean,
Yeah.
that's a good group right there.
Yeah. And even if we're just doing like a hypothetical playoff series where the rotation gets shortened to maybe like, 7, 8 guys, obviously OKC doesn't shorten the rotation as much as other teams. But if we were to do that, I think that would maybe, the lack of depth wouldn't be as much of an issue. These are two very capable squads for sure. I could see them um, making a little bit of noise, causing a little trouble there in the playoffs. So yeah, just fun little exercise showing the depth of this team. There's not really any other teams I can think of in the league where we'd be able to do this as
No,
effectively. Um, so that I think just shows, where this team is at right now. But yeah, fun
no,
little
because
exercise.
yeah,
Mhm.
because I think we listed 11 guys that I would feel or 12 guys that you'd feel comfortable with in a playoff series. Even guys like, Kenrich in a playoff series or Wiggins or Jay Will. Like we've seen it before. We just saw it with this team last year. So,
Yeah.
um, the starting fives we built are nothing but playoff caliber players on a championship team.
Yeah, for sure. So you guys make sure to let us know what you think. Where does this get posted onto? YouTube? Let us know in the comments.
Yeah, let us know.
Yeah, we'll share it on social media. You guys let us know what you think. We'll put up a little poll, see what it is. I really don't think there's a wrong answer. I think they're both two very good, talented, versatile teams. Uh
I kind of think if we reversed draft positions,
mhm.
I kind of feel like I agreed with all of your picks. Like I would have the same
Yeah.
team that you have.
I was doing that like I was doing like a little bit of like a practice thing before this just to
Hmm.
like see where guys might fall. And this is pretty much how I had like both teams panning
Yeah.
out as well. Like, if you get Chet, you kind of got to get Hardenstein. If you get Shea, you got to get obviously Chet and Dub.
Hmm.
You're probably splitting up Lou and Kaysen and
And Caruso.
yeah, Joe and Wiggins
Yep,
as
those are
spark
paired
plugs.
together. Yep.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. So yeah, but that's pretty much all that I had, Joe. Fun little thing here, but is there anything you'd like to share with the people? I always ask for some parting words of wisdom because you have no
I,
shortage of that, Joe.
I'm the wrong guy to ask. I just wrote about AJ Mitchell. I don't know when that's going to be posted, but hopefully somewhat soon. And what we were talking about at the beginning with all these interchangeable parts, doesn't matter who's in, who's out. The Thunder just keeps doing their thing. Um, I just am going to, I don't even know what the angle is, but something on just their dominance. And this 4 game stretch they have coming up, it's pretty easy just on paper. So, um, we're looking at a potentially historic start for this team, and who the heck knows where they could go from here.
Yeah, next up for OKC, it's going to be a pair of road games against the Charlotte Hornets on Saturday and the New Orleans Pelicans on Monday. Then OKC is back home for one game against the Sacramento Kings on Wednesday, followed by a one-off game, a group play game in the NBA Cup against the Utah Jazz at the Utah Jazz on Friday. And yeah, that's all that we got, guys. We appreciate y'all for tuning in, and we'll see you guys next time.